Today I will be discussing the most prominent electronics within 2000s, that being the iPhone and the iPod. The iPod was introduced in 2001 and the iPhone this year. The introduction of the iPod motivated a shift from physical to digital music, the introduction of the iPod motivated a shift from physical to digital music, a look into what technology could do. This idea was pushed even further with the creation of the iPhone. When it and the iPod were basically merged into one. It has helped for easier communication and acts as a status symbol amongst the people.
Get money! He got money! Get it off!
Steve Jobs, CEO of Apple,
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment.
is credited for its creation. His work dates back to 1974.
Shady cameraman.
His engineering career, where he worked as a video game designer for Atari. He then reconnected with former high school friend Steve Wozniak, and they came together to found Apple. From there, the work skyrocketed with the development of technology over the years. This tells us that America is always evolving, whether it's new development of technology or development of cities.
Are you tired of your old, dusty iPod? Well, here's some reasons why you should get an iPhone instead. Reason 1, you'll fit in amongst society. Hey guys, can I hang out with you?
Obviously not. You still have an iPod. That was so 2001.
Versus an iPhone. Hey, can I hang out with you guys?
Is that an iPhone? That is so cool. Of course you can hang with us.
Reason 2, it's more practical.
Hello?
You don't have to deal with all those pesky wires that an iPod would have. You can just put it in your pocket and go. Reason 3, it's your music and communication in one. You can text your friends, you can text your family, you can text your mom.
Your mom!
With all this in mind, you should really consider upgrading to
Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah.
Good evening. Tonight we are discussing the 2000 United States presidential election, one of the closest, most controversial elections in American history. The election took place just a few years ago in November of 2000 with the candidate, now President George Bush.
Have you ever met George?
Who?
George.
George who?
George Bush.
And his competitor, Al Gore.
Don't worry, it's not really Man Bear Pig. It's me, Al Gore.
We know.
The election gained great popularity due to it coming down to Florida, where the vote count was extremely close. We awaited the release of the recount as we were on the edge of our seats. Eventually, the Supreme Court deemed it the case of Bush v. Gore, which began on December 11th of the same year. Due to the Florida government violating the law of the 14th Amendment, which states equal protection of the law, it was then decided just a day later to stop the manual recount. This decision led to Bush winning his presidency
When Kanye said George Bush doesn't like black people.
as he received the necessary amount of votes needed to win. We should all look upon this opportunity and reflect how important voting laws truly are and are to us Americans.
Montage.
My pronouns are USA.
My pronouns are USA. How about it, huh?
The Afghanistan War began in October of 2001 as the backlash from the events of 9/11. The United States demanded that the Taliban turn over bin Laden to pay for his crimes. Of course, they refused, so the United States launched airstrikes and bombings upon them. Bush had the goal to extinguish all terrorists, so he looked to Al-Qaeda first, a terrorist organization that was...
DC! Wake up! Wake up!
And that was where the first bombing took place. And I quote, On my orders, the United States military has begun strikes against Al-Qaeda terrorist training camps and military installations of the Taliban regime in Afghanistan from President Bush.
George Bush.
The Taliban received countless beatings, which had diminished their organization. A couple of years later, the Taliban regrouped and formed the Iraqi Insurgency. This group wanted to get payback on the United States. The Iraq War began shortly after this on March 20th, 2003. When the U.S. wanted to capture the dictator Saddam Hussein, the U.S. began their invasion, which continued their search and finding and exploiting terrorists. The United States troops were given cards. They may appear just as regular playing cards, but in reality they are to identify terrorists. How this works is when they see somebody that could potentially be a high priority capture or target, they will hold up the card to match the picture to the face. Here I have the cards. For example, this card is for Saddam Hussein. So basically, they would hold them. Soldiers were required to have these cards on them at all times. Some soldiers state that they would even use these cards for regular old playing card games. The war shows us this guy stinks!
Get him banned. Get him banned. We don't do that here.
The war shows us how the country will band together when fighting and fight when it truly is important for the security and safety of our nation. The war also invites viewers to see how they are capturing dangerous criminals and leaders of terrorist organizations such as Saddam Hussein, who was captured on December 13th of 2003.
Today I'm going to be talking about how Eminem in the movie 8 Mile changed both Hollywood standards and hip-hop culture. Released on November 8th, 2002, 8 Mile was directed by Curtis Hanson and produced by Universal Pictures. The movie is very loosely based on Eminem's growing up in Detroit with self-doubt and social struggles. Due to the realism of the movie, many battle scenes were unscripted, and Eminem had even improvised some of the lyrics while filming.
Interesting.
8 Mile also showed the economic hardships of America. Eminem won the Academy Award for Best Original Song for Lose Yourself, becoming the first ever hip-hop artist to receive an Oscar. He won alongside collaborators Jeff Bass
I'm Chuck Bass
and Louis Resto. Hollywood's barriers then broke and helped rap music gain more respect as an art form. The movie had also starred Brittany Murphy, whose performance added emotional depth. Together, the cast and music helped successfully make 8 Mile the most influential movie of this decade. Overall, Eminem has won many different awards over the years, including The Real Slim Shady, winning Video of the Year, Best Male Video, and Best Rap Video. Earlier this year, he had also just won Best Rap / Song Collaboration for Smack That featuring Akon.